Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome back to the channel. A new week, a fresh batch of chapters for us to read and react to. Yes, I know live reactions isn't a thing that is on high standards this year, but yeah, I hope no one cuts me down before I even have a chance to grow. Anyway, let us begin with this week's chapter of Fairy Tale whose number is 514 of its name, the Dragon Seed. Now, after last week's chapter, I was really pumped up, not only to confirm that Eileen was indeed Ezra's mother, but not only that, that she was known as the Queen of Dragons. Now, I I hypothesized that maybe Acknowledgia is the father, but after a careful reread of the latest chapters, especially the one when Aelin meets Acknowledgia, unless Acknowledgia has had a memory loss and Aelin didn't brought the topic up, there's more than a few flaws to this hypothesis of mine. But who knows? Fairy tale will be fairy tale. So yeah, Mashima will be Mashima. So who knows? Maybe he'll troll us all out, and maybe Zirconis is the father. But no, if she was known as the Queen of Dragons, then it's only befitting that the King of Dragons would be the father. That's why I thought Technologia would probably be the father, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just a theory. Okay, will the same mistakes be endlessly repeated? Sorry about that. The forbidden past of mother and daughter. Okay, skipping the fan arts. Okay, 400 years ago. Oh, flashback. The secret of Urza's birth, which surpasses time and space, will now be revealed. Dragunov Kingdom. Ooh, this is new. I heard the humans on the western continent were attacked yet again by dragons. It would appear the dragons on the west do not possess the same level of intelligence, unfortunately. Ooh, the dragon of virtue, Lord Belzir. Oh, Belzirian is Aelin's last name, so you've returned from your observational journey. Okay, so right now my hypothesis has gone to the gutter because, yeah. Indeed, the situation in the West has become much more worrisome than I had anticipated. Is Aelin here as well? Yes, Her Majesty the Queen is in the courtyard. Hello. Oh, this is cool. This is very cool. And look at her! All kind and shenanigans. She looks nothing like now. She looks much more like hers now. Oh, Bilzerian, you finally return. You look troubled. Judging by your expression, is something amiss? The dragons of the west. So let me. To the west is where nowadays stands Alvarez, and to the east is where stands Fiore, right? I hope I am remembering this right. The western continent is the continent of Alvarez and where the Alvarez Empire stands, and to the east side is, or is it the other way around? Uh, Before long, they will surely descend upon. Okay, so yes, to the west is where Alvarez is, and to the east is where Ishgar is. So, okay, Fiore and all the other places. Okay. It may well be already too late to stop them. The mere idea of dragons eating humans is unthinkable. We must not allow that ideology to take root in Ishgar. We've come this far, walking alongside with humans as allies. Yes, humans as well have been able to advance this far thanks to the dragon's knowledge and power. From the very beginning, humans and dragons have proven that they are more than capable of coexisting. Yeah, they seem peaceful. So, if the reckless behavior of the Western dragons was to traverse the seas and make its way here, Would the trusting relationship humans and dragons have worked so hard to build here become broken and tarnished? It would most likely happen because, as always throughout history, even if there's a small portion of a certain group, let's call it, that's in peace with another group of a higher majority, the remains of the minor group that do bad things, even nowadays, we see nowadays how things are. A minority of a certain group does something, and the whole group and the whole collective gets the blame. So it's going to obviously be the same thing with dragons. I shall not allow that to happen. We will protect all humans. This was the beginning. Ooh, this was the beginning of the war that would later become known as the Dragon King Festival. Yes, it was a war that was brought about by the kindness of dragons. 400 years ago, you say, but your appearance is not to worry. Little by little, everything will be revealed. Now is when things start to get interesting, Erza. And that goes for the cute little dragon slayer as well. Mine was a country in which humans and dragons peacefully coexisted and walked alongside one another for generations. In Ishgar, many such countries existed during that era. Okay. Ooh, she broke a sword with a piece of wood. Nice. Oh, okay. So this is her starting to show off her enchantment magic. Okay. I grant the stick a level of hardness that surpasses iron, temporarily heightening its destructive capabilities. Nice. However, the flow of the war was not favorable for us. In addition to the enemy's sheer numbers, we were also put at a disadvantage due to a small faction of Ishkar dragons who were opposed. Yeah, then there's the inside jobs, who were opposed to coexisting with humans and going to war against their own kind. We will lose. My desire to protect our human friends has not wavered, even under these circumstances. No matter how many of my compatriots fall in battle, I shall not budge an inch on this. Why would you go so far for we humans? I told you, didn't I, of the story of how my life was saved long ago by your now deceased predecessor. No, Belzerian, I believe you have more than repaid that debt. You attend to me and provide me counsel. You continue to fight and put your life on the line for humans. There must be more to it. Eileen, until I keep you safe from any and all dangers, I can't even imagine my debt being fully repaid. I swear on this life of mine that let me join you and fight. Ooh. What nonsense you're spouting. Your enemies are not fellow humans, but dragons. Even if you were to form a massive battalion of humans, their power would pale in comparison to even a lone dragon. It's true. I've come up with an idea, a secret art of sorts. Oh, don't tell me she was the one that came up with Dragon Slayer magic. Your power, the power of a dragon, could you not attach it to me? She was the first. Well, sort of. Bestow a dragon's power into a human. A power with which I could fight against the evil dragons, the power of a dragon slayer. She was the first dragon slayer. Oh my god, she invented dragon slaying magic. Oh my god. I did not see this one coming. I am the mother of all dragon slayers. Oh god. I mean, it looks like I am overreacting. And I might be, but this is huge. Ever since the beginning, I mean, not ever since the beginning. I'm going to be honest. At the beginning, I always thought this Dragon Slayer magic as any other sort of magic. But as the series progressed and as more mysteries were being unveiled about the dragons, Dragon Slayer magic gained a sort of mysticism on its own. And now to finally learn and meet the creator of the dragon slaying magic, I mean, this is huge. You two guys are not true dragon slayers. Sorry, Laxus and Cobra. I like you all, but no, you are second gen dragon slayers. No, you have a lacrima inside you. No, no. Oh, ooh, okay. We have some kinky shenanigans going on here. Okay. Lucy and Happy, both naked. Warming, Natsu. Warming. I know what kind of warmth you provide, Lucy. The one who originally invented Dragon Slayer magic was a lady named Eileen, or so I was told by Anna. Wendy, when the hell did you? It's all coming from your own heart, dimwit. I think so shocked at every little thing. It's just one thing after another with you guys. I thought you were supposed to tell me about the cause of what's got me on my deathbed or something. How the hell am I supposed to know that? All of this is a guide that you conjured up yourself in order to help jog that crappy memory of yours. It's just up ahead, Natsu. Okay. One could argue that the plan to grant humans the power to fight against dragons was a resounding success. It not only marked the birth of many dragon slayers, but the tides of that war finally turned in our favor. However, that enormous power began to gnaw away at the human vessels that housed them. There were those who could not contain their powers and were driven to go an unstoppable rampage. Others were stricken with extreme sickness caused by the large gap between the dragon's visual acuity and the perception of a human's semicircular canals. Could this be the origin of the motion sickness disease that all the dragon slayers have? That like they can't be in a moving vehicle and they get sick. It's the gap between the dragons. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. And in others still, Lady Eileen, forgive my rudeness, but your face. Okay. The seed that would begin to sprout within their bodies, the dragon seed. Ooh. Oh. Okay. It would mark the final moments of dragon slayers as humans and begin their irreversible transformation into a dragon. The Scarlet Truth cruelly reveals the past and mocks the present. And at the time, you were already growing in my womb, Erza. Oh, God. So Erza was indeed conceived 400 years ago. So, to be continued in chapter 515, I am you, you are me. There it is, this sentence again. This was the sentence that made me think that Aelin actually came from a different timeline. But no, she came from the past. So, but the thing is, for her to have come at the same time as all the other dragon slayers, Erza must have been born before that. So, because Erza is technically older than Natsu, Gagil. Well, I don't know if she's older than Gagil, but she's older than Natsu and she's older than Wendy, and she's probably the same age as Gagil, and possibly older as well than Sting and Rogue. So the 5 original Dragon Slayers, the 5 first generation Dragon Slayers, Natsu, Wendy, Gagil, Sting, and Rogue, They came from 400 years ago, sent here by Hannah Hartfilia. So for Aelin and Erza to have come at the same time, Erza must have been born already. So possibly Aelin will hold on in the past a little while longer, and then she just sends Erza at a given point in time, and she remains 400 years ago, being able to sustain herself for those 400 years, or she comes at the same time as all the dragon slayers, and the original dragon slayers haven't been born yet, which is very possible, and Erza is born. Some years pass, the remaining dragon slayers are born, because we've seen them kids at around the same time, so their differences in age is not that big. So I would say that they were all born around the same time, so not a long differences between even Erza. When Erza joined Fairy Tail, she, Natsu, and Grey, speaking of Grey, not because he came from the past, but because the ages are similar. The three of them were very similar in terms of age. So, yeah, probably Aelin was another person that came from the past at the same time as Zarev and the 5 first generation Dragon Slayers. But this sentence, I am you, you are me, could she mean that Erza is literally a clone of Aelin? Like a partner genesis? I don't know how to say this. It's a term, partnogenesis. Yeah. Something like that. Partnogenesis. Yeah. Partnogenesis. It's a natural form of asexual reproduction. Could this be a sort of parthenogenesis by Aelin, in which she used the dragon seed to sprout Erza? I know this sounds ridiculous, but please remind yourselves this is a manga after all, so common logic normally doesn't apply here. And I gotta be honest, I don't know how she and Belzerian could have, do the thing, because, yes, it's kind of impossible at the same time. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this chapter as much as I have, because I love this chapter. As I've always said, dragons are my favorite thing in Fairy Tail, and getting to know more about dragons, especially Dragon Slayer magic, is always welcome in these chapters. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that we have a chapter next week, which we will probably have. Yes, we will probably have a chapter next week. The last chapter of the year, most likely. 515, I am you, you are me, which is a very, very mysterious title, and I can't wait to find out what it means exactly. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, I say this a lot, but I really, really want to make sure you guys have enjoyed these videos. I'll meet you right away with the double review of this week's and last week's chapter of The Promised Neverland, which makes 18 and 19 and the 19th chapter precisely 2 chapters in one video. I hope to see you guys there, and I'll see you right away. Bye bye.